Hello everyone. In my last class, I have started this topic, A Thing of Beauty, a very beautiful poem by John Keats. And today, I am just going to explore more things related with this poem. Even in my last class, I have given you the brief detail of life and works of John Keats as well as the background of the poem. But today I will start from the very first part of the poem, which is the life and works of John Keats and the background of the poem. That means I am repeating myself in my today's class to give you the quick reminder. Okay? So moving to the next slide. Yeah. About the poet, John Keats, 1795-1821, was a British romantic poet and the true follower of William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. How can you say that Keats was the follower? Because William Wordsworth, a very great poet of English literature, and his friend S.T. Coleridge brought the romanticism in English literature. And Keats, with his poems, followed these two masters. Even when you will read his poems, like A Thing of Beauty, you will find that this person was master to present the romanticism through his pen. As you know, this poem is an excerpt of Endymion. Endymion is a Greek mythology, and the central character, Endymion, was a handsome shepherd, hunter, or you can say that type person like a king. Okay, and through that Greek mythology, this poem was penned down, and the poet has taken the idea from that beautiful story in which the shepherd Endymion had taken a look of Cynthia, the moon goddess. He had a vision of moon goddess, and to see the appearance or the beautiful appearance of Cynthia, the shepherd Endymion just gone mad. He wanted to see that shadow, that lady, that Cynthia, the moon goddess, again. So he was wandering in the search of that beautiful experience. And from that section, this poem was taken. Okay? So now you are going to experience a very beautiful poem by Keats. So moving to the next slide. Yeah, this is the theme. So I will discuss you with the theme after the class, after the summary class. Okay, so leave this slide. Yeah, this is the vocabulary. So here you can take the screenshot of these difficult words, means bowel, morrow, writhing, spite, despondence, like this kind of words. You can take the screenshot. Now moving to the next slide. Yeah. What pleasures does a beautiful thing give us? Are beautiful things worth treasuring? That means I'm just giving you some questions that to see these two pictures, are you finding some relaxation moment? Are you finding some beautiful experience in your mind? I'm just telling you that please pause the video and think about these two pictures and think that you are standing in front of these kind of scenario and think that what kind of experience you are having. Okay, so pause. Okay, I think you have thought about these two pictures, and I am sure that you will have some beautiful experience, because the beautiful things gives us enormous joy. Okay, so moving to the next slide. Yeah, here you can see that the first 5 lines of the poem. So I'm going to read that poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us, and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Okay, so these first 5 lines of the poem is giving you so much thought about the beautiful things. Here the poet is saying that the beautiful things are the great source of joy. Okay, that means when you see some beautiful things, you just sink into the joy, and you start to experience some great entertain, and so many positive thoughts are coming in your mind when you see some beautiful things. Here the two pictures are given. First is the flower, and second is the place where you can sit in the lap of the nature and you can enjoy the beauty of the nature. The poet says that its loveliness increases, means the impact of the joy of the beautiful things always increases. It never decreases, and it continue with the whole life. A bower quiet for us. A bower quiet means a shady place, a beautiful place full of the greenery. Okay, and when you will sit in this kind of place, like this kind of cottage, this kind of cottage which is placed into the lap, god, prakriti ki god mein, nature's lap, then you will find that sweet dreams. When you will take the sleep after this kind of experience, you will have some sweet dreams, you will have good health, and you will have the deep breathing, the healthy breathing. Okay, so the poet is saying that the impact of the beautiful things is just gives the joy and sweet dreams, good health, and almost all the things which can make us very relaxed. So moving to the next slide. Yeah, here you can see the explanation of the first 5 lines. A beautiful thing is a source of eternal joy. Its attractiveness grows with the passage of time, and its impact never fades away. It is as pleasant as a cool, quiet bower or sound sleep. That means all the things I have explained. So just moving to the next slide. Yeah, wait. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways, made for our searching yes. In spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirit. So these few lines are giving you the characteristics of the impact of the beautiful things. Okay, some difficult words are here. Morrow means tomorrow. Writhing means surrounded, encircled, or covered, you can say that. Despondence means the depressed. If you are desperate, sad, then that word despondence is explaining about that thing. Okay. Gloomy means sad. Okay, so now moving to the explanation of these lines. Student, the poet says that every day means every day it is the beauty which fills us with the spirit to live. That means every day, if you are experiencing the beautiful things, that means you are having the power of the life. You are willing to live long. It is the beauty which builds the desire in us. Okay? It is the beautiful things which are giving us the source to live on the earth. Okay? Because the earth is full of the despondence. And the beautiful things like flowers are connecting us to the earth. Okay? And the sad things, the things of the sadness, are making this earth inhuman. But the noble nature, the beauty of the nature, okay, just removing all the gloomy days, gloomy means sad days, as I have explained, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways can be removed using the experience of beautiful things. So in spite of all, the shape of the beauty moves away all the dark spirits in our heart and in our life. Student, I am just leaving the today's class here, and the next section of the poem will be explained in the next class. Okay, so I am giving you a homework to find the literary device used till these lines from our dark spirit. आप लोगों का ड्यूटी है ये कि आप अभी तक यूज़ हुए सारे लिटरेरी डिवाइस को खोजने की कोशिश करें. अगर मिल जाता है तो उसका एक लिस्ट बनाएं, अगर नहीं मिलता है तो 2-3 बार इसको खोजने की कोशिश करें. यू विल have the literary devices, because so many literary devices, figure of speech, are used in this poem, and the next part will be explained in the next class. So this is enough for the today's class. Have a nice day. Enjoy the beautiful things of your surrounding and fill your life with the positivity. Okay, only those positive things can help us to remove all the darkness of this COVID-19, this pandemic, and can fill us with so much happiness and the good things in our life. Okay, so do this. Have a nice day.